Hi, Dad. How are you today?
Hey, Jordana. Well, winter's here. It's dark outside. There's snow on the ground. But Christmas is right around the corner, and it's going to be a beautiful Christmas.
Yeah, it's three
Yes.
days away. I can't believe it, which means
Oh, my goodness, yes.
our countdown to Christmas is coming to an end.
Well, in a way, it's good that we're looking forward to a new year and a new Hallmark theme. But, you know, we've been watching some wonderful Hallmarks here at the end of their Christmas season, and I found them to be very enjoyable. What do you think?
I did. Let's talk about overall. What did you think of Hallmark's countdown to Christmas? What did you think?
Well, I thought that there were some very fine productions, and I thought that maybe some of the productions needed to maybe be eliminated. I think that perhaps their countdown to Christmas started too early. Maybe they could have countdown to Halloween and countdown to Thanksgiving and have some of those holidays or their festivals. But the last week, Hallmark has done a very good job. The stories have been complete. They've been well written, and the acting has been very good. And the theme this week really hit my heart. And I will show a little bit of feeling. It's about our best friends, our dog friends. And this week was Happy Howlidays.
Yes.
How'd you like that?
I really like this one. I knew you would like this one
Yes.
because it was about dogs and relationships
Yes.
among two people finding each other, but also two dogs finding each other.
Yes. And the story that we're going to describe and critique for you was about two dogs who found each other, how the dogs were able to save each other as part of a Christmas theme. And it talked also about what's happening in American medicine today with a young, well-established female surgeon losing her feeling for medicine for humans and wanting to become a veterinarian.
Yeah, I thought that was so interesting. Yes. And I even asked you, I said, do you think that happens very often? And you said, no, not.
I've never heard of that.
Yeah.
But, you know, it told the story and it showed the love between human beings and the love that human beings have for their dogs. Do us a favor, Jordana. Introduce our friends, our dog friends.
So these two little pups, they're since passed, but this is PJ and Phineas.
Yes. Yeah. PJ is a Papillon and Phineas is a Pomeranian. And they lived together for 12 years. And they became not only the best of friends, but they became soulmates. And he passed
First.
And Phineas went into complete mourning, would not come out from the bed. He was under the bed and would not come out. He would not go outside. He would not eat. And he only weighed around 7 pounds, and he lost 2 of those pounds. And he mourned for 3 months. Jordana and her mother and I had to hand feed Phineas the Pomeranian just to keep him alive. He was so depressed because his soulmate had died. And, you know, I'm sure our viewing audience have had similar experiences. Maybe a dog and a cat, and the cat died, and the dog went into mourning. Or the dog died, and the cat went into mourning. The animals become attached to each other, and this is what this was about.
Yeah.
Yes. And it brought tears to my eyes. This was a 5-tear Hallmark. Yeah. tell us a little bit about it.
Okay, so this one I thought was also interesting. I wasn't sure what I was going to think because it also featured Ezra Moreland, who was from the Mr. Christmas show that they were doing on Hallmark Plus. Now, I was able to watch 2 episodes on regular Hallmark, but then they stopped airing them and featured it all only on Hallmark Plus, so I couldn't watch the end, so I didn't know who won.
Yes.
And so he ended up winning the competition, which was to get a feature role in one of the Hallmark movies, which was in this movie as the lead role. And he played alongside of Jessica, I think you pronounce her name
Lowndes.
Mm-hmm. And she played Mia. And so they both had dogs, one being Russell and one being Jules. Yeah. And Jules was the dog who was, I believe, a border collie,
a female border collie,
and she had been the dog that was going through this depression. Her best friend in life, Biscuit, we didn't know what happened to Biscuit. We didn't know if Biscuit had passed or something, but we knew that this dog was in this depression.
It was in mourning.
For whatever reason.
And he stopped eating.
Or she stopped eating. She stopped eating. She was just playing, doing anything until at the dog park one day, Russell, this dog that Mia had found one day in the rain in Seattle, and taken home, and tried to give away at the adoption place at the dog rescue where Ezra was working.
Yes,
and I can't remember what his name was, Max. And so he said, no, you have to keep him. I'm not taking him. You have to, just keep him.
And that's what's happening today is that a lot of these dog rescues have so many dogs that they can't take any more of the dogs into their midst.
So she was working at this travel company in Seattle, and so she posted this video of Russell playing with Jules, and they were playing, and finally Jules found this new best friend, soulmate, love, and was so much fun that it became a hot hit in Seattle, and they called them Jessel. And it was such a cute story.
Well, you have 2 different sized dogs. Russell looks like a giant doodle, and the female dog that was in depression is a cute small border terrier, and not terrier, but border shepherd, and they bonded. These 2 animals bonded, and the story of the love of the adult humans
followed
along with it. What we found is that, well, first of all, Jessica Lowndes, who is the lead actress, you may remember from 90210.
She was in the remake of it on the CW.
She originally had auditioned for 3 episodes, and she wound up staying for 5 years. Yeah. So she was quite well known. And as Jordana said, the lead actor had won Hallmark's contest. And in one of the episodes, it shows him with his shirt off. And this fellow is a real hunk. I mean, he's got the most beautiful body that I've ever seen. Even when I look in the mirror, I wish I looked like him rather than myself. But I thought that they played a good part.
Right. Well, that comes from his Navy background and he was a rescue swimmer or something for them.
Swimmer, yes.
Yeah. So it makes sense. And, I think he definitely, I think he did a great job for his first acting career because he comes from being a print model.
That's what he was. He's a model. And
this was his first film, and I thought he did a very, very good job in his first role.
Absolutely. Yeah. But of course, he was playing opposite
of a professional,
of a person who's been around for many, many years,
in tons of Hallmark movies, and was on 90210 back in the day.
That's
right. Definitely makes sense.
But tell our fans about the part that Jessica played.
So she was playing the surgeon that had left Miami because they did not she had an incident happen, and so she was just kind of lost and trying to find herself, and just kind of a mess.
Yeah, she was a young, accomplished
Yeah.
surgeon, and suddenly,
Which we didn't know. You would have
at
never
the
known
end.
that until the end.
And then she lost interest in the medical field, and we find a lot of people, a lot of doctors are losing interest, and we've seen what's happened with people and their insurance companies and so on, and management and the MBAs have sort of taken over the medical field, leaving the doctors feeling like they've been left out, that they can't take care of their patients. And this is what this young lady was talking about. And what field did she decide she wanted to do?
So she decided they did this fundraiser for that. She saw what a difference she was able. Biscuit came back to visit, and she noticed that Biscuit was itching and different things. And
Yes.
Biscuit's owner, we find out it was an ex, and that Biscuit was still around, but the ex had moved to LA with Biscuit. And so she was able to see that she believed from common diagnosis that Biscuit may have had cirrhosis. So she said, well, let me see. Maybe I can help, if not humans, but maybe animals. And so she thought she would maybe go back and be a vet, which was an interesting change of career pattern.
It is. It's within the same realm of caring for some animal instead of human beings. She fell in love with dogs. And you know what? A lot of people find themselves enamored by their wonderful pets. And I can see how this was such an interesting film, and you felt that way, especially with our own experience.
I did love the part though when her parents showed up, and then he was in there with this little tight shirt on because she went to, it was supposed to be Miami, a Miami shirt, and he's wearing her Miami shirt.
Yes.
And then the parents walk and he goes, oh, hello, mister. He goes, doctor. And then she goes, hello, Mrs. And she goes, doctor. And we find out that both her parents are accomplished doctors as well.
Everybody is a doctor.
Family, yeah.
But I think at first I thought this was going to be sort of a silly plot. But, once I was crying with the sadness of the two dogs, and the sadness of the actors,
relatable.
With it became relatable, and the writing I thought was very, very good. I enjoyed that, and I thought they did a good job. Tell me what's for next week.
So next week there is not any new Christmas movies. We're done with Countdown to Christmas, if you can believe it. Christmas is over.
So what's Hallmark going to do?
Hallmark is going to have us review a member or one of our viewers' choice, because we have watched several movies that we have not been able to review yet. So for you guys out there, please comment below if there is one that you want us to review. We have watched several other ones that we have not reviewed yet. We have the Hanukkah on the Rocks, which was adorable.
Yes, that was very cute.
We have the Leah's Perfect Gift, A Reason for the Season we watched. We watched the Santa Claus, which was really cute. We have the Christmas Quest. I think we may have reviewed that one, actually. The Finish Line, Private Princess Christmas, Sugar Plum. There's so many that they have been out, and we would love to review them if not. Otherwise, we'll pick one and do it next week.
And what is Hallmark going to do for the new year?
So we are, 4 new movies are coming up in January, and that starts January 4th. And this is called Hallmark's Winter Escape. And we are traveling again. So if we're not celebrating Christmas, we are on the road with Hallmark, seeing the world, which I love. It gives us places.
And where are we going?
We are going, first off, we're going to Ireland with the love of the Irish.
Okay.
Then we'll be going to Antarctica. Then we'll be going to Argentina. And then our last stop will be Belgium, which I'm excited because I haven't been to any of those places.
No, it's Hallmark leaving one season and going in to the tourist season, traveling, and it should be very exciting. And I'm looking forward to all the things that Hallmark have to offer her viewers. And again, we're in basketball season. and I found a new ladies basketball team.
Share.
It is the Fighting Irish women's basketball team of Notre Dame, and they have a wonderful star whose name is Hannah Hidalgo.
Okay.
And what's interesting, her initials are HH, and last year we liked Caitlin Clark,
Which is CC.
which is CC, and we're going to enjoy women's basketball. We're coming to the playoff games this week with the football, NCAA, and I know that Mom's not very excited about me watching those. And so when we're not watching those, we're watching Hallmark.
Right.
Yeah.
It's a lot of watching, but there's still so many. We watched a great movie,
Yes.
otherwise that wasn't on Hallmark. There's so much stuff to do. Everybody be safe. Have a wonderful holiday season, whatever
Yes.
you're celebrating. Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, whatever may be celebrate
Absolutely.
safely with yours.
And we wish you a wonderful, wonderful Happy New Year. And Jordana and I will see you next week. And take care of yourself and take care of your loved ones.
Yeah.
Bye everybody.